So after the Ahead of the Game programme, a few of us got together and we set up a mental health team. During our committee meetings we talk about what we can do to improve the mental well-being of our community. So that's our footballers, our coaches, our supporters and anybody else that's involved with Arts Rangers. Talking about their mental health and breaking that stigma so that they're not ashamed to talk about mental health and they're not worried about talking about mental health, because this is a safe environment and we have people here that are ready to support them.
We all participated in the Ahead of the Game with the FA, and I think that really opened everybody's eyes to just what we could do and what we could achieve. And it really sort of grew from just a quick conversation sitting in the corner to how do we move this forward and how do we actually make it beneficial to the whole club.
Sports Chaplaincy UK, along with Ahead of the Game, have linked into local football. I've met up with some of the guys just to have a chat with them. Some people going through maybe difficult circumstances, just being there available to listen, to be an ear, but also where appropriate to bring that spiritual aspect and to meet the spiritual needs in people as well along with that.
You know, I think it's very important for a club to have a mental health committee. I'd be a senior player in the club, and definitely it's helped me realise, you know, that I can look out for my teammates. I see them Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays, and I can notice different traits within. You know, if someone's having a bad day, I'm able to notice, you know, they're maybe not themselves. You know, I can ask just quietly or to the side, you know, just to make sure everything's okay.
We promote positive mental health at Arts Rangers by being open and honest about it and encouraging people to talk about their mental health. We have signs all around the club which remind people that it is a safe environment. You only have to ask. We have support here. We have people that are willing to talk.
It's just having, I suppose, lots of different aspects where I can be available to listen predominantly, and then maybe to pass on if they need other support.
Speaking personally, I opened my eyes. I've been involved in youth football for a lot of years and never really given mental health of the kids any thought at all. You know, you see sort of kids have bad days and kids have go into bad moods and maybe get in a bit of trouble, but you just think that's them being kids. And it's really when you do the Ahead of the Game, you sort of maybe look a wee bit deeper and see them. They may be having problems in school, they may be having problems at home, maybe problems with bullying. You're not just there to teach them how to play football, you're there to teach them how to be sort of young adults and how to grow, and a lot of that can be just standing and listening to their problems and helping them with things that are maybe outside of football. And I think the Ahead of the Game has really helped us do that.
I think the course has been absolutely phenomenal in the sense that it does what it says in the tin. It starts the conversation around mental health and emotional well-being. You see the visibility around mental health and emotional well-being, and you know it's a safe environment to walk into. You know it's a club that's open to have the conversation. They set up a well-being committee, they adopted a mental health policy, they fully implemented the toolkit. They've actually took the toolkit and made it about Arts Rangers to communicate to their followers and their fans on Facebook and social media. They really have embraced it.
Reach out to the IFA, to Tammy, there's loads of resources out there, and just to see where they can get started.
The club is just going from strength to strength, and I think that that's a lot to do with the Ahead of the Game campaign.
The academy is allowing young players to try and develop in preparation for them get a professional career, giving them a fantastic grounding here at Jordanstown. You know, they can see it as a pathway from 17s to 19s to the 21s, all the way up to senior level, and hopefully in a few years' time we'll see these players grow and develop within the IFA structure and be gracing Windsor Park National Stadium in a few years to come. The ability to make sure that you're one of those top players with a top attitude, because that's what's going to get you to the top.
Just to see him train every day, just bang at it every day, home from school and just straight at it every day is brilliant. The facilities are brilliant, all the coaches are brilliant with all the boys, and everyone's settled in well. It's just it's a good vibe around the place now, so yeah, it's good.
Yeah, we're here in the Pat Jennings Lounge in the National Football Stadium this morning, celebrating 30 clubs for 30 years. McDonald's are continuing to give back to our local clubs. They're in Northern Ireland now for 30 years, and they've been a great partner for the Irish FA and for local football throughout that time. And they're celebrating that by giving even more back to local football.
It's great to see them here today to celebrate and congratulate the 30 clubs and for the 30 years, and they're all away with their McDonald's kit that they can take back to their clubs, get the kids back out, after which has been a terrible 20 months for everyone.
These awards bring it home to just what they're in, what it's been out around the country for the last 30 years. And I mean, I don't think that many players at whatever level have managed to get to, whether it's the Irish League, the international team, that there's not many of those kids. There wouldn't be any of them that hasn't benefited from grassroots football and the input of these coaches that work in grassroots football around the country.
This is our 30th anniversary, our birthday, as 30 clubs for 30 years. McDonald's has created over 3,000 jobs with our restaurant estate, and not just that, but also our community and our involvement with charities, and none more so than our fun football programme with the Irish Football Association.
Hello and welcome to our Matchday 3 coverage from the Oval, home of Glentoran Football Club, and where Northern Ireland will be searching for their first points of this Under-17 Euro qualifying round group stage against Albania. And despite hosting Group 12, Northern Ireland are assigned the away team this afternoon, and we'll be referring to them as such despite this game taking place in Belfast. And we can bring you the team news, starting with Albania. Clivy Totoshi replacing Thomas Carey in goals. That's one of 3 alterations from their narrow defeat at the hands of Scotland. Oresti Kosmalari, who scored on Saturday, retains his starting berth. And Muka gets the nod in defence, whilst Akesha comes in for Suleimani in the Albanian attack. For Northern Ireland, after a spirited outing against Italy, Jared Little shuffling the pack somewhat. 6 changes. Tahi McCallion will move back into centre-back, where he will partner his Derry City teammate Dara McCluskey. Into the team come Ora McCart, Bobby Jack McAleese, Ethan Sosa, Shea Brennan, Caelan Donnelly. There's plenty of quality there for the Green and White Army. And as I say, the 2 teams who haven't had fortune on their side in their last 2 games in this group stage will be looking to go out on a high this afternoon. Those are the subs for Northern Ireland. Rio Odney Morgan of Ipswich Town, Brendan Hamilton, who plays for Glentoran, and Rhys Jordan of Portadown. Suleimani will be one that Albania may look to bring on later on. They have no shortage of full-time players in their squad. Several of the players playing in Italy and in Greece. Northern Ireland might not have as many full-time players as their counterparts, but they are ranked higher, and they are the 3rd seeded team in this group, so will be marginal favourites by some estimations anyway. We can have a look at results so far. It was heartbreak on match day 1 for Northern Ireland at the hands of Scotland. They were 2-1 up, 2 late goals, the second coming just a couple of minutes before the end of the game, turning things around and helping Scotland on their way to the point they're at now, where this afternoon they could actually win the group if they are successful in the other game today against Italy. Northern Ireland 2-0 defeat they suffered at the hands of Italy, one of those in the 93rd minute, that other goal from Italy. Albania were on the end of a heavier defeat, 5-0 the margin in that one. That's why the table stands as it is at present. Will there be a 3 beside one of those bottom 2 come the close of play? The teams are coming out onto the pitch now. As you can see, the referee is Urs Snyder. He took charge of Northern Ireland's game against Scotland at Mourneview Park, so will at least be accustomed to one of these sides, and did a very good job in that match as well. Was highly commended by the players. Albania in the all black to the right of your picture. Northern Ireland will be playing in the famous green and white. Tracksuit tops on presently as they stand in order, waiting for the anthems to commence. Another great occasion for these young stars of their respective nations as they look to leave a mark here at the Oval. The national anthem's well observed, as you would expect, and we are now just moments away from kick-off here in East Belfast. Albania have been preparing hard coming in to these qualifiers. Their under-17 national side developing really from August through to now after intensive preparations. They've met up quite a few times, participating in the Torneo delle Nazioni in Italy, as well as friendlies with the likes of Kosovo and other Albanian club sides. Will they be able to upset the apple cart against Northern Ireland, or will Gerard Little's side be rewarded with a win that many feel that they would have deserved for the efforts shown over the course of the last week or so? They will reflect on the Scotland game as a learning point, no doubt. Against Italy, they did everybody in question proud, and that was the message from the Northern Ireland camp afterwards, that it was a very impressive display and something that they can be incredibly proud of. But it's a results business, and can Northern Ireland get the result that they come here in search of? They have made some changes to their defence. It's a shuffle pack, as I mentioned, but they will feel the quality is out there to give Albania a very good game indeed. It's a good playing surface for it. Viewers from Northern Ireland will be well aware that this is an Irish Premiership venue. Anyone looking on, I can assure you that this ground has plenty of history. It's a place that many people love to come and visit. Such is Glentoran's reputation as one of the biggest clubs of this country. Albania ready to go. Northern Ireland in the huddle. Last bits of inspiration from the boys in green. And Liam Boyd will be the player to get us rolling in just a moment's time after our last check of the watch from our referee, the Swiss official. Anticipation high heading into this fixture. And if we've learned anything about our friends at UEFA, timing is everything. They won't start a second early. And bang on the mark, they get us going. The angled ball from Patterson, looking to try and get an early touch for Amari Kellyman. But that's something all goalkeepers will be happy with, and that's a first chance to get your hands on the ball and relax your defence should there be any jitters coming into this one. Thomas Carey has been the preferred keeper up until now. What was that little deflection? Could have posed problems. Samuele Casa was lurking in behind, but it was easy enough in the end for the young Sheffield Wednesday keeper, Piers Charles. Busy boy on Saturday. Italy had more than 20 shots in the end, but he dealt with most of them. And the goals that were scored certainly couldn't be attributed to poor defending or poor goalkeeping. Albania trying to immediately get it to Cass. It's taken away from him, but they can get back on the ball now. Nerio Tressa with the give and go, and he'll be fast enough to stop that from crossing the line. Northern Ireland with the bodies back at the moment, just trying to prevent a cross in. Muka, the young Brescia player, dragging it across the penalty area, and it's well watched by Amari Kellyman, getting back and contributing defensively. Had to do that as Albania try and settle into a rhythm. The ball into the middle again, looking for Casa, but cut out by the keeper. Casa, another one of the Brescia players in this Albania side. A couple of their players have sampled men's football in their home country across the top two divisions. Northern Ireland were hoping to try and keep that in, weren't just able to do so there as Bobby Jack McAleese was outmanoeuvred. Zelef Muka gets on with the throw and the challenge, ever spirited, from Dahi McCallion. Closed down and it ricochets as Kellyman had to work his way around the referee, but Northern Ireland play it out nicely, and now with Bobby Jack McAleese, who was doing his best to stay on his feet there. Just a little sign of aggression perhaps from Cos Malari. Standing his ground, he might view it as. Nonetheless, free kick taken with minimal fuss, and Northern Ireland get it rolling with McCluskey into the middle, and a forced error there on Patterson, who was quickly pressed, but he's able to get his toe in. Brennan working back hard to try and thwart any sort of cross there. Was Fikai, who was attempting to work down, and Gijo there as well, as Albania show good early spells in wide positions. Fikai of Panathinaikos to take the throw in. Gijo. Pass is in the centre, it's gone above his head. It may be kept alive by Tressa. Getting the call from the marauding right back Muka, and back to Tressa it comes again as Northern Ireland have to weather the storm. It's a decent delivery into the centre, and well watched, not for the first time, by Pierce Charles. Bobby Jack McAleese showing the vision that he has. Slightly caught under it there, Boyd, but it has broken, and good play from Ethan Sosa. He continued his run there. McAleese has been challenged by Muka, and it brings Northern Ireland the throw in, and a chance for them just to get a little bit higher up the pitch. Donnelly got the call, knew the squeeze was on behind there, and went for the sensible and safe option. I do think those balls, angled passes in behind, might be a route they've tried it a couple of times so far, hoping that maybe the high pressing fullbacks might get caught out of position. One to watch whether that tactically will pay dividends over the course of this match. Up the line by the captain, and Tressa was able to flick it in there. It was Curdy's pass initially, and that's a really, really good ball, nearly finding the run of Brennan. Well, Northern Ireland will feel that's more like it. Just slightly beyond Brennan, not by much. Sometimes you come into a game where, you know, sides have been on a run of defeats and you think, well, will their confidence be low? But it's certainly not the case for these two teams. The top two seeds have qualified from the group, and, you know, no surprises there, but Northern Ireland were certainly a good match for Scotland and proved that they weren't going to be blown away by Italy. Donnelly back with McCallion, and McAleese has it again. And they earn the throw to move themselves a little higher up the pitch. Albania, who are managed by Irvin Bolkuaman, who has 56 senior caps for Albania. Actually, one of those was against Northern Ireland in a win for the Albanians in a friendly in Tirana back in 2010. Stephen Davis, David Healy all played in that match for Northern Ireland. That's the Stephen Cragen, who's just got into the Motherwell Hall of Fame. Congratulations to him. As Sousa looks to get a shot away, and it's a good shot too. Totoshi stretched at his near side and able to paw it round the post for the corner. Did well, dipping the shoulder, getting plenty behind the shot, and it just skidded up off the surface, forcing the keeper into action. And Northern Ireland will look to go one better now from the resulting corner. They congregate deep in the box. Boyd standing on top of the keeper under the watchful eye of the referee. There's a bit of pushing and shoving going on in there. I wonder whether that will result in a whistle. The referee says no, and the corner in the end. Easy job for the keeper. He wanted the quick out ball but couldn't get it. Just a little too much pace on his through. Lovely footwork there. Donnelly ending up hurdling his teammate's challenge, just a little congested perhaps. Because throw he had to be thrown on a little earlier than planned in the previous game, coming on for Albi Kalechi, who was subbed off in the first half against Scotland after picking up a knock. He's on the bench today, as Northern Ireland could be playing themselves into trouble, and they are mightily relieved that Acacia just didn't expect that to come his way. First touch let him down and let Northern Ireland off. But it is a changed back line, and you wonder if that just takes a little while to settle. Maybe it helps moving that man back into the heart of defence alongside his club teammate. Makes it less of a change than maybe on paper it might appear, as Donnelly battles through and had an arm on his shoulder there, looked to be pulled back. The referee didn't think so, and Cosmalari continues his run but runs out of space. I'm sure Northern Ireland's bench would have had something to say there had that have led to an opening. Not afraid to pass it around the bag anyway. Kellyman, very comfortable on the ball, isn't he? He's an option ahead here, and deflected, but didn't deflect into his path. Tressa hunted down by Patterson, and he immediately tries to free Boyd. Kellyman's in behind him, swishes all the way across the box, and in the end it's vigilant defending to earn Albania the goal kick. Well, Curty, who was able to stop that cross coming in wearing the captain's armband, is the youngest top flight player in Albania's history, getting the nod at 16 years, 4 months and 2 days, beating the record actually set by his international teammate Gijo, who's playing today. Earlier that day he'd set the record only to be eclipsed. That was in the final game of last season. Curty on the ball again. Cosmalari. McCluskey able to watch that confidently, knowing where his opponent was. Coolly playing it back to the keeper as Northern Ireland look to reset and look to go long once more, as Boyd hanging on the last man. It's the other Curty in defence, Adi Curty. Plays for Peppa, winning the ball back. Well, careless this time from Albania, not able to keep the possession. And Sosa trying to atone for a bit of misdirection there. Sliding in, winning the challenge at the expense of a throw-in. Good work rate there from Caelan Donnelly. His crosses were very much a feature of the first game that we brought you against Scotland at Mornview Park. We've seen the damage you can do from those. You want to be in a position where you can do that again, but Northern Ireland need the ball back first. Good strength shown by Patterson to try and brush things up in midfield, but just a little impatient there as they present possession back to their opponents. Fikai readying through. Kozmalari wanted a bit more time than he had. Jari looking long, and the flag stays down. Agesha. Samuel Casa was hoping for a better connection with it. That could have been an opportunity as Muka stops that slick rolling pass penetrating the defence. The game just starting to pick up a little bit of pace as it was stretching end to end and closed down. Northern Ireland will be back defending here. Ball crossing the line for a throw-in. Glimpses shown already that there are opportunities on the counter-attack. Looks a good player, doesn't he, Muka? Kozmalari, Kellyman stroking it out to Brennan, who can step away from the first challenge. McCallion. It's broken for Boyd there if he gets a bit more support around him. Strong but fair challenge between the number 7s. Scary Zizou of Skenderbert. As the player sliding in on Donnelly. The give and go didn't work for Northern Ireland. Albania were hoping it was going to work for them, and the bounce just takes it the wrong side of the striker. Bit of fortune there for Northern Ireland as they get the ball back. Casa's header inside and the ball back for him. He's looking up, he's waiting for runners to arrive, and he's able to dink that cross in. Northern Ireland haven't been able to clear it, and it ends up being a very important block indeed to stop that shot getting in. McCart doing his job. Brilliant from McAleese. Boyd will not give up the running there. Versatile player, Leon Boyd. But today, through the middle, it looks more so. Traditional striker role. Will he be able to exploit the space in behind with his pace? McAleese, and that's been flagged on the far side for an offside. McCurdy's combining at the back again. Look at the intended recipient, and we know he's fast, but he's not that tall, not able to get to that. It's not saying he's lacking in stature, by the way. He is a big enough player. Goes Malari, Sosa hardy in the challenge, and well, first glance it appeared an okay challenge from my vantage point, but the referee didn't like it. Sound of the whistle, free kick given to Albania. Keep ball at the back. Najari on the ball there, under pressure to play that one quickly, and Sosa trying to spin away from those around him. Patterson has it back again. Patient patterns of play from Jared Little's side. Almost have a bank of 5 across the front line the way they're set up at the moment. You certainly couldn't accuse them of not being brave. Will it work for them here with the numbers forward? McAleese was looking to run inside. Sosa was an option. Might have been better at playing that pass. They get it back again. And they get it through this time, and Muka covering with the sliding challenge to stop Sosa getting an opportunity on goal. Positive play from Northern Ireland, and it does help when you have those bodies there. Not something you're necessarily always going to see, but committing numbers forward, wanting to be on the front foot, encouraging for those young players. The belief is there in them, and the system is there to allow them to attack. Better delivery in the previous corner. The keeper again does very well, this time having just to push it away from the penalty area. McAleese is hoping to hang it in there. Sosa can retrieve this and keep it alive. Donnelly offering support, just eased off it, but McAleese will sweep up, and again Little side will keep the ball. Promising move here from Albania. Samuel Casa, he wanted to get the shot away himself. He didn't have the angle he wanted in the end. Put the faith in Tressa, but the Internacional Tirana midfielder couldn't keep his effort down. Well, there's no question that Casa is a player that Northern Ireland will be aware of. Set up the opener in the game against Scotland, formerly on the books of Inter Milan, and actually in his club career this season managed to score in a game against Inter Milan in a 1-1 draw in mid-September, so always a good feeling to score against your old club. And a player who has been in good form coming into these qualifiers. Donnelly. Not to stretch the legs of the defence, but coolly done as ever by McCallion. Comfortable on the ball, doesn't mind the challenges that come his way. We saw the emotion on his face from getting his first international goal. He'll prevent more goals than he'll score in his career maybe, but it doesn't take the moment away from him whatsoever. Almost halfway inside the first half here at the Oval. Fairly even game at this stage. Albania got on the front foot in the early stages, but Northern Ireland have forced the Albanian keeper to make a save from the best chance of the game so far. A shot from Sosa, well denied. Charles has had to come and claim a couple of crosses, but other than that, hasn't had to show the full repertoire of his abilities. Donnelly, first instinct, look up and find Boyd. Boyd makes the run, and the challenge coming across from Hajari, who plays for New York City's academy, lives in America. Thought about coming and pressing it there, but he had enough help from other players. Tressa running into a bit of a cul-de-sac, and that's a cynical looking challenge. Albania knew they were in a bit of bother there, and that's a take one for the team type tackle. Patterson moving across, and Tressa, the challenge that some old Irish League managers will be very proud of, I think, actually. Thou shalt not pass. I don't think coaches use that mantra just as much these days, but definitely has been said before. Brennan screening his eyes initially from the sun. Tatoshi trying to organise his wall. Northern Ireland have the aerial prowess there. But before the free kick will be taken, just a little chat for the official, Urs Snyder. Donnelly taking the delivery too deep, and Northern Ireland not able to pose any threat to Albania from that set piece. Muka, Ajari, Curti. Michael East watching that one come over him, but over everyone as it turns out. Cosmolari back on the ball again. Gijo. Kasa. Muka had made that run down the right hand side, but Kasa hadn't seen that as he stepped inside. Number of options in the centre. Should they be able to get the cross in? Northern Ireland committed at the back. Lots of players behind the ball now. Can't fault the work rate anyway. When they are in possession, they get players forward, and when they're out of it quickly, they are back in shape. And formation isn't something they've been afraid to change a little bit as well. 4-2-3-1, I think, in the first match. Closer to a 3-4-3, their manager was saying about the game against Italy. Maybe banks of 5 at some points, but it's not rigid in terms of their philosophy. They can adapt. Having a spell without the ball at the moment, but possession turned over and they're trying to go one better. Sosa sprinting through, and Tatoshi, having looked like he might have just lost his bearings for a moment, able to regain his balance and get the ball back for Albania. Jack Patterson has done a good job in midfield so far. Quietly effective in the way that he's able just to get the ball, move it on, minimal fuss. Michael East just catching the attention of the referee there, bit of blood on his knee, so they're going to make sure that he's patched up before he can play on. Northern Ireland for the time being down to 10. I think most players look at that and say it's just a grazed knee, get on with it, but because there's blood there, the officials within their rights to ask for that to be sorted out. Cosmolari. Well, first glance it looked like too deep of a cross, but the run was there. A very good run too, it has to be said, from Jiju, connecting with it, but kept out comfortably by Pierce Charles. Boyd drifting across, ushered out of possession by Adi Kurdi. McCluskey. Michael East, as you can see, back on. Not quite the old Monty Python sketch, just a flesh wound. And we can see again here that cross again. Well, we'll look at it in a moment, but it was tremendous pace shown by the little number 7, able to get in and get that header away. Well, initially it just looked like a deep ball into nowhere. Albania confident in how they're moving it around the back, and now trying to play out from the back with the Greek-born midfielder Cosmolari. It's sat up there, and that would be offside. Yes, it will. Just a momentary pause to think before flagging against Samuele Casa. And we can see the chance again, which was, I think, a straightforward save from the former Man City stopper. Turn of pace, Northern Ireland just stepping off initially there. It hasn't been dealt with yet. And will be at the expense of a corner now. Tressa hadn't given up on it, but was being afforded no change. Northern Ireland winning every challenge that they were called to make there. Corner taken quickly, but cut out Jiju, not able to get it past Donnelly. Cosmolari. Another swirling one for them to watch. Another ball won by the battling Dahi McCallion, son of the former mayor of Derry and Strabane, for anybody into their politics. What's in a name? Mother Alicia, I'm sure, will be very proud of how he's performed. The other game in this group being played out today between Italy and Scotland. I can tell you Italy have taken the lead in that one. They are 1-0 up. I'll keep you up to date with how things are going. Both those teams have made it through to the elite round already, but the winner today will win the group, as Northern Ireland pick up the game's first booking. Patterson penalised. Deemed to have left a bit in there as he arrived late. Big pair of heels shown there by Muka. Malari was thinking about something spectacular. Zizou can move it along, and the glimpsed header is tucked away. Ageja finds the corner, and the Albanians find their voice. Northern Ireland caught out by the cross, and the first to react was the diminutive attacker who steered it beyond Pierce Charles. He just gets the wrong side of Dara McCluskey. And guided it into that bottom corner. A setback in the first half for Northern Ireland. Albania 1, Northern Ireland 0. Sousa. McCallion, well, Northern Ireland now have a bit more of a job to do, don't they? That will, you would think, cause the tempo to increase from their end. They committed players forward in attack, but the measured approach, the maybe at times patient approach, will in time make way for a bit more adventure. Albania feeling aggrieved at that throw-in decision, which has gone Northern Ireland's way. Now they're looking for a second high in confidence here. Muka Sosa was back in his challenge, forced the error. Boyd being asked to hold that up, and a bit of a lonely figure up there as Northern Ireland, through Brennan, roll it back to McCluskey. Deep in thought at the moment, the Northern Ireland bench. Still a long way to go. Boyd trying to get in behind, and Matty Curtsey taking a safety first approach. Brennan. Well, there's a player that hasn't got on the ball anywhere near enough if you're a Northern Ireland supporter. Omari Kellyman. Albania have been able to keep him quiet so far. Tresa just trying that little reverse pass through the defence, which didn't work out, and in the end McCluskey standing his ground and winning the throw, which will be taken by Warren McCart of Larne. One of 4 Larne players in the squad, 3 of whom have started this one. Brian on the bench. Charles. McCallion. McAleese getting turned and just seeing a bit of space to run into and to play the pass in. Good pass it was too. Sosa met by the challenge of Hajari as Northern Ireland get the throw in. Just can't make the ball stick in the final third at this present time. Sosa, McAleese showing a bit of trickery. Just run out of room there. We'll get it back again. Donnelly. Smart pass. Boyd trying to shake off the centre half. And now sticking with him. Trying to force Albania into an error, and they didn't quite manage that, but they did get the ball back from their running, from the work rate. Donnelly needs to be careful here. Certainly don't want to allow Albania to get that overload on the near side. Sosa getting the call and going all the way back to Charles. Well, he says his hero is Ederson. You can see that in the ability to come out, bring it down in your chest and play. Donnelly staring it to McAleese. Rangy player, caught by Cosmolari. Dynamo Tirana man just getting a little warning from the referee. Feisty stuff. I think he enjoys a battle in midfield, don't you? What can Northern Ireland muster from here? 6 minutes remaining in the first half. Donnelly. Well, Muku's kick not going the direction he intended. Jiju able to work it up the line. Northern Ireland might be considering a sub here in a moment as Brown is getting stripped off, as you can just see to the left of the dugout. Change incoming for Northern Ireland. Oh, and that was selling your keeper just a little bit short there. And Boyd coming back from offside, which is why the whistle went. I don't think Ajari's overly thrilled with the challenge either, as Boyd was putting himself about. McCallion, Donnelly. This time it has slipped through Sosa. Ball just seemed to stick in the surface there as he was trying to take that in his stride. And the change for Northern Ireland will see Sosa come off. Sean Brown will be introduced. So frustrating for the young attacker. Change in shape, I would think, for Northern Ireland as a result of that. Looks like Brown for now will go into a midfield role. Kellyman has driven this near side at least for the time being. Well, the referee, nothing wrong with his eyesight anyway, just putting a bit of shirt holding in behind there, which sometimes, you know, goes under dark arts and can be missed by officials, but spot it there. Referee Snyder, who takes charge of games in the Swiss Premiership, wasn't going to miss that one. Been a little while since that player has really been tested. Toshi, as he sends the kick long. Kellyman, and that's not picturesque at all, the challenge, and he's not going to accept the handshake there as Muka takes the booking for this poorly timed tackle. Just a couple of times Northern Ireland have been able to find space on their left hand side, and maybe that's part of the tactical change. Kellyman, who was a little ostracised on the far side of the pitch, now over here where Northern Ireland have had a little bit more joy. Will it work out for them? McCallion stepping out from the back, that's excellent from him. Kellyman hanging on the last man, and the ball in behind just bending away from Boyd. Did he have another gear to go through there, Leon Boyd? Could he have made it? Maybe just asking a bit much of him, in fairness. A couple of minutes remain in the first half. And Agasia's goal, the difference so far between these two sides. Zizou, McCluskey standing him up. He's been able to find Casa. And Northern Ireland's defence carved open there, but Casa leaning back. Well, Feely could have done better with this. Nearly given the ball back sooner than anticipated. Patterson, Kellyman, McAleese able to bring it under control. It arrived quite high on him, but he kept the momentum going. Is there a goal before the break for Northern Ireland here? It will certainly change the team talk. Patterson, Donnelly. Good tackle coming in from Brennan to stop Albania breaking. Fourth official informing us there will be a minimum of 1 additional minute here. Jari sending that one over everybody. Will there be one last opportunity before the end of the half? Charles's kick, aiming for Patterson, but easily read by Cosmalari. Casa pulling it back. Cosmalari, I think he was caught between two minds there, really. Lost the ball, and now Patterson. Kellyman. This is an interesting battle. Kellyman able to hold off the full-back. Continue his run as well, Kellyman, and just doing a little too much in the end, but Northern Ireland will have the throw-in without the time to take it. A frustrating first half for Jared Little's side, coming into this game with the intention to pick up the first win of the group stage, but it hasn't gone their way in the first half, and they find themselves a goal behind as they come off the pitch. We can bring you the highlights of that half now. And the first proper chance of the game, falling for Sosa, able to cut in and get a fierce shot off, one that Totoshi was able to parry away. And some of the best play from Albania has come through Samuele Casa, the attacker. Tressa firing over in that previous occasion, and this wonderful ball from Cosmalari met by Skirty Zizou. His header down, and easy enough for the keeper to get his body behind. And then for Northern Ireland, the moment that will disappoint them. Agasia getting away from McCluskey and able to steer his header inside the post, and another opportunity just before the break. Samuele Casa leaning back and sending over the crossbar. So a rethink required for Jared Little and co. They've already made one change, and that has allowed Kellyman to be on the left hand side at the expense of Sosa, who's come off as Brown was introduced. Will they make further changes at the break? Will their fortunes change after the break? That remains to be seen. The half-time score here at the Oval: Albania 1, Northern Ireland 0. We'll be back with coverage from the second half in a few minutes' time, but before that we can see now about a few different things going on at the Irish Football Association, including a great mental health initiative.
So after the Ahead of the Game programme, a few of us got together and we set up a mental health team. During our committee meetings we talk about what we can do to improve the mental well-being of our community. So that's our footballers, our coaches, our supporters and anybody else that's involved with Arts Rangers. Talking about their mental health and breaking that stigma so that they're not ashamed to talk about mental health and they're not worried about talking about mental health, because this is a safe environment and we have people here that are ready to support them.
We all participated in the Ahead of the Game with the FA, and I think that really opened everybody's eyes to just what we could do and what we could achieve. And it really sort of grew from just a quick conversation sitting in the corner to how do we move this forward and how do we actually make it beneficial to the whole club.
Sports Chaplaincy UK, along with Ahead of the Game, have linked into local football. I've met up with some of the guys just to have a chat with them. Some people going through maybe difficult circumstances, just being there available to listen, to be an ear, but also where appropriate to bring that spiritual aspect and to meet the spiritual needs in people as well along with that.
You know, I think it's very important for a club to have a mental health committee. I'd be a senior player in the club, and definitely it's helped me realise, you know, like I can look out for my teammates. I see them Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays, and I can notice different traits within. You know, if someone's having a bad day, I'm able to notice. You know, they're maybe not themselves. You know, I can ask just quietly or to the side, you know, just to make sure everything's okay.
We promote positive mental health at Arts Rangers by being open and honest about it and encouraging people to talk about their mental health. We have signs all around the club which remind people that this is a safe environment. You only have to ask. We have support here. We have people that are willing to talk.
It's just having, I suppose, lots of different aspects where I can be available to listen predominantly, and then maybe to pass on if they need other support.
Speaking personally, it opened my eyes. I've been involved in youth football for a lot of years and never really given mental health of the kids any thought at all. And you know, you see sort of kids have bad days and kids have go into bad moods and maybe get in a bit of trouble, but you just think that's them being kids. And it's really when you do the Ahead of the Game, you sort of maybe look a wee bit deeper and see them. They might be having problems in school, they might be having problems at home, maybe problems with bullying. You're not just there to teach them how to play football, you're there to teach them how to be sort of young adults and how to grow, and a lot of that can be just standing and listening to their problems and helping them with things that are maybe outside of football. And I think the Ahead of the Game has really helped us do that.
I think the course has been absolutely phenomenal in the sense that it does what it says in the tin. It starts the conversation around mental health and emotional well-being. You see the visibility around mental health and emotional well-being, and you know it's a safe environment to walk into. You know it's a club that's open to have the conversation. They set up a well-being committee, they adopted a mental health policy, they fully implemented the toolkit. They've actually took the toolkit and made it about Arts Rangers to communicate to their followers and their fans on Facebook and social media. They really have embraced it.
Reach out to the IFA, to Tammy, there's loads of resources out there, and just to see where they get started.
The club is just going from strength to strength, and I think that's a lot to do with the Ahead of the Game campaign.
The academy is allowing young players to try and develop in preparation for them get a professional career, giving them a fantastic grounding here at Jordanstown. You know, they can see it as a pathway from 17s to 19s to the 21s, all the way up to senior level, and hopefully in a few years' time we'll see these players grow and develop within the IFA structure and be gracing Windsor Park National Stadium in a few years to come. The ability to make sure that you're one of those top players with a top attitude, because that's what's going to get you to the top.
Just to see him train every day, just bang at it every day, home from school and just straight at it every day is brilliant. The facilities are brilliant, all the coaches are brilliant with all the boys, and everyone's settled in well. It's just it's a good vibe in the place now, so yeah, it's good.
Yeah, we're here in the Pat Jennings Lounge in the National Football Stadium this morning, celebrating 30 clubs for 30 years. McDonald's are continuing to give back to our local clubs. They're in Northern Ireland now for 30 years, and they've been a great partner for the Irish FA and for local football throughout that time. And they're celebrating that by giving even more back to local football.
It's great to see them here today to celebrate and congratulate the 30 clubs for the 30 years, and they're all away with their McDonald's kit that they can take back to their clubs, get the kids back out after which has been a terrible 20 months for everyone.
These awards bring it home to just what their input has been out around the country for the last 30 years. And I mean, I don't think that many players at whatever level have managed to get to, whether it's the Irish League, the international team, that there's not many of those kids. There wouldn't be anything that hasn't benefited from grassroots football and the input of these coaches that work in grassroots football around the country.
This is our 30th anniversary, our birthday, and it's 30 clubs for 30 years. McDonald's has created over 3,000 jobs with our restaurant estate, and not just that, but also our community and our involvement with charities, and none more so than our fun football programme with the Irish Football Association.
welcome back. Just in time for the second half here at the Oval, home of Glentoran Football Club. Albania protecting a 1-goal lead against Northern Ireland. And it would appear no changes from either side from the team that finished the first half. Would be a fly on the wall in those half-time team talks. We could hear just what it meant to Albania to take the lead in this match. You can only imagine the celebrations at full-time should they hold on to this scoreline. But Northern Ireland have 45 minutes to turn around their fortunes. A team who have been hurt by late goals wouldn't mind getting on the right side of one. Last number count by the Swiss official. Here's Snyder, looks across. Fourth official appears to be waiting for somebody. Happy enough now anyway, we'll be able to kick off. There's Malari sending it forward. McCallion getting his head to that, and Omari Kellyman, who at the end of the first half was switched to that left side. Wins Northern Ireland the throw in there. Thought he might have got the last touch on it in truth, but decision going against Albania. McCluskey, Picards looking up, and Boyd again, the player they're aiming for. Patterson spraying it to Brown, his first meaningful contribution since being introduced late in the first half, and he wins Northern Ireland this free kick. The dead ball delivery in the first half wasn't to Northern Ireland's usual high standard. Can they improve upon it here and force Totoshi in the Albanian goal to work? It's taken short to Brennan, in deep it comes, and McCallion had made the call. That's why Patterson had left it, but it was just taken away from him as Northern Ireland get the throw in. Kellyman, Malari, pinned back Albania, but trying to play it out. Samuel Casa, 2 against 1, and the 2 prevail. Oh, fantastic play coming to an abrupt end as McCallion met a brick wall, and the referee saw enough to give Northern Ireland the free kick, and some concern for Jared Little's side that he hasn't got back up quickly here. And the young Derry City defender getting the once over from the physio. That gives Albania some time to set themselves and get ready as they prepare to defend this free kick. Sportingly, to his credit, Clevis Azari was making sure that the player he challenged was alright, which is always nice to see as he rejoins the ranks in the middle for Albania. And whereas the sun wasn't a problem in the first half for the Albanian keeper, it certainly will be in the second half. can see he's not moving too smart at the moment, skipping off the pitch for further assessment. Donnelly on delivery duty. Klosky among the runners. The header. Now with Patterson. And Cosmalari able to block the route of that ball. The young Crusaders midfielder winning his country the corner. And they can commit bodies to the box here as they look to level proceedings. Well, there's no shortage of pushing and shoving at the moment, and the referee will want a word with a number of players before the set piece can be taken. Well, what's the referee looking at there? It obviously wasn't Leon Boyd who was being held as he went to ground. Northern Ireland's bench very vocal, and Gerard Little is now being spoken to by the fourth official. Well, it's the second run here. Boyd was saying that his legs were tangled before that. Definitely he was being pulled back as he made the run away from goal. And whether you believe there was enough in that or not to award a decision in Northern Ireland's favour, certainly at the very least you would say it's a little naive defensively to even allow that to happen. Cosmalari, Ajari, just beyond the goal scorer there. Orsi Ejeha, one of the players who plays his club football in the nation's capital, Tirana. And the person whose goal is the difference at this stage in the game, Kellyman, turning the afterburners on. Got the ricochet back in his favour as well. They need to be careful dangling legs in here. Northern Ireland denied at the first occasion, but not denied at the second attempt. And it's Linfield youngster Leon Boyd who blasts Northern Ireland back into this game. Well, Kellyman gets a little bit of luck as the ball bobbles back into his favour after a good run, but he puts it into that dangerous area. And Boyd, denied once, was not to be denied again, as he rattles that one in. And now Northern Ireland have a reward for their hard work and increased belief that there might be more to come. Leon Boyd, who's not 16 until December, playing in these under-17 games, but showing great maturity with his finish. Northern Ireland having to keep their wits about them, and they're going to have to make a change here because Dahi McCallion, who took a knock a few minutes ago, is back on the ground and has signalled that his afternoon is over. Well, there's no way he's shaking his head if he was okay to play on. And whilst he's getting treatment, we can watch this again. Great moment for Northern Ireland and Gerard Little's side. Look at that for a hit. Blasted in by Boyd. Fantastic few months he's had as well. Back in the pre-season, he was part of Linfield's senior team that took on Stoke City at the Dub. Also got to play against Manchester United's academy for the Blues, but I would imagine this moment tops it all, scoring for Northern Ireland in a Euro qualifier. And now the enforced change means that Rory McConville will be introduced, the Brighton defender who I think they were hoping to rest today, in truth, forced on after the injury to McCallion. Luca is going to come off for Albi Kalechi. So the player he replaced in the last game replaces him today. Brown. McCluskey did well not to just play that sooner than he wanted to, because that could have led to all kinds of problems. You can sense the change in feeling here as well since that goal. McCart fizzed it into the feet of Brown, who just couldn't bring it under control. Just to let you know the latest in the other game in this group, Italy now 2-0 up against Scotland. In a commanding position, the Italians, the top seeds coming into it, looking set to claim maximum points on top spot from Group 12. That result will not dampen Scottish spirits. They will still progress to the elite round, assuring that on Saturday after beating Albania. Brown was hoping to hook it on, just couldn't quite manage that, and Fikai was then challenged by Brown, able to get back in, win the ball. Fikai, another one of the Greek-born players. His parents emigrated there many years ago. Used to play his football with Olympiakos before the move to Panathinaikos. Loose that time from Northern Ireland. You wonder, might further changes be coming shortly for Little's side. Curty striding as he clips it forward and just beyond Fikai, who did his level best to get there. Here's Charles, that's one to pick on the edge of your seat. Comfortable ball playing goalkeepers. Oh dear, now Cosmalari, that is a very poor challenge, and that will not surprise him that he has picked up a yellow for that. Neat turn and very untidy in the tackle there. Oresti Cosmalari. That was looking for Kellyman. Kalechi's first real involvement was getting the ball off him, and then between him and Cosmalari they've bundled Kellyman over. And Cosmalari just needs to be careful not to let his temper get the better of him. Already a challenging game, which they've certainly appeared up for the challenge, Albania, but if they were to go down to 10, they would only be tipping the scales more in Northern Ireland's favour. And that's a push by Kalechi on Kellyman right in front of the referee. And it's going to be a stern telling off and no more, but, well, you've just been brought on. The last thing you need to do is start shoving people. Albania showing a bit of volatility. Northern Ireland Can they capitalise? In comes the cross, it's fallen in the centre, and McConville just couldn't get it out from under his feet in time. Charged down as Northern Ireland win the corner. Well, Patterson did well there, didn't he? Just to almost act as a block and screen it. McConville, by the time he got himself set, had the challenge come in, and Albania will be making a double change in a moment, but not before they defend this corner. Donnelly, expert ball in, it's ricocheting around. The keeper hasn't claimed it at the first time, but managed it at the second time of asking. Samuel Casa, well, he was out on his own really. Tried to do it himself, but Northern Ireland calmly watching him go out of play. And I think Arbor Straza is one of the players that's going to come on. They just sat back down for the moment. Fourth official getting the details, getting the board ready. And then Albania will make those changes as they try and get themselves back in the front foot, but Northern Ireland have been the better side in the second half, and Brown bearing down in goal, and it's a superb tackle from Adi Kurti. Smart run from Brown, has done well since coming on, able to get in behind there, and Kurti had the measure of him from that challenge and certainly needed to time it correctly, otherwise he would have been in all sorts of bother. Straza and Rucci are the players waiting to come on. Donnelly, it's kept in, but nobody in green able to pounce this time. And now Albania can make those changes. One of the players coming off, and perhaps no surprise given the fact he's on a yellow card already, Cos Malari. And the other player to make way will be their goal scorer, Orsi Agesha. So a double sub as Irvin Boku tries to get his side back in front here. Great combination of passes here. Kalechi with a brilliant run inside the box and forcing a smart save from the left boot of Pierce Charles. Well, Northern Ireland might look at that and think that was just a little too easy. A couple of quick passes got them in as they take the corner quickly. As you saw, a very good save from the keeper. Northern Ireland having to defend here, haven't got it out of the area yet. A missed kick and a combination between the two men just on. Ritchie didn't hit it right, and Straza much the same. Always nervy when they pin ball around the penalty area like that. Little disguise there by Kalechi. His teammate wasn't quite on the same wavelength as him. McAleese will move that out of danger and move it on to McCart. Scoreline sets us up nicely for a good finish to this match. McCluskey. Patterson with his head on a swivel, looking to see what's around him. Kellyman able to guide it beyond Kalechi. He was hoping that was going to get threaded through, and more expansive with the vision and the passing now. As McCart tried to get it to Brown, just wouldn't work its way through, and Brown with his endeavour wins it back. Brennan stepping through two, couldn't get past the third, and McCluskey just needs to be careful here. Samuel Casa putting Northern Ireland's defence under all sorts of pressure, and McConville and the keeper combined to clear. And Northern Ireland escaped the danger on that occasion. I nearly got away with taking the throw in. Just for a moment, I'm not sure the referee was 100% what was going on. And, well, we all love a trier, but that certainly was an Albania throw. Casa, Tressa, Colecci. Tressa's hanging round the edge of the area. Donnelly's header's away. Brown couldn't get his head to it, and Donnelly gets something on it again. Albania trying to turn the screw, and that's well nudged round the corner by Boyd. Jared Little will be pleased with this second half performance, much improved from the first half. Bit of trickery shown there by Rucci. McConville not backing down, was hoping that he would get the break of the ball there, but flag by the assistant official points towards the corner flag. And Albania will look to threaten from this latest set piece. They have 5 players standing in the centre of the area. Not in any rush to take the corner as they signal in. Charles is watching, it's bobbling around, and it's steered in brilliantly, you have to say. Hajari, a little fortuitous as the ball fell to him, but Northern Ireland behind again, and the defender from close range able to divert it into the top corner. It is a fabulous strike from Hajari. It looked to be too deep a ball in, the header back just allowed it to fall for him. And from there, well, it was a forwards finish from the big centre back. Albania 2, Northern Ireland 1. And despite Northern Ireland looking much better in this half and getting themselves level, they now have to dig a little deeper and try and do it all over again. That was strong, and what's the colour? Yellow. Well, Zizou, straight-legged as he went in, his foot was on the ground. It wasn't entirely reckless, just a little forceful, and the referee making probably the sensible decision there in producing the yellow card. Kaliman, Colecci sticking to him. Kaliman's ball into the middle, but easily held by Totoshi, who's taken his chance today, really, coming into the side and has performed well. A little over 22 minutes to go. Brown got the faintest of touches on that to get it to Brennan, and he just couldn't get his foot on the ball. Not sure what that little exchange was between teammates, Fukai and Zizou. Casa. Well, they don't want to allow him to get the shot away. He's been able to play the pass as Albania try and put this to bed. Margito Rucci almost denied the chance, and this will be offside. bit of petulance and frustration creeping in. Gamesmanship met with urgency. Can be a boiling pot, that, can't it? Donnelly able to win it back for Northern Ireland. They've done it once in this game, can they do it again? McCluskey. Trying to draw Albania out. McAleese stepping through the midfield here. Kelechi and Kellyman again, that battle. Kellyman trying to force it across and just not able to force it to anybody in his own colours, but at least they have the throw in here. The odd risk in those areas, I suppose, required now as they look to ask questions of Albania. Try and go up through the gears, try and find a way in behind. For the time being, Albania appear to be operating a back five. Kellyman was just offside as that was played. The assistant official in line with that one. And no appeals about the decision from him. So a little under 20 minutes to go here at the Oval. Albania 2, Northern Ireland 1. As things stand, Northern Ireland on course for a third consecutive defeat. But will they be able to put that right before the end of the game? Fourth official wasn't watching there. He's been in conversation with Northern Ireland's bench. I think more subs are forthcoming. And a little knock in the back of his head for his troubles. All in the day's work, I'm sure. That was sweetly met by McCart. Very nonchalant as he sprayed that one across. It's going to be a Glentoran youngster coming on in a moment. Brendan Hamilton is getting ready. Michael Doherty lining up there alongside him, as you can see. Curtsy. Casa came short and was calling for it. He went long and there was nobody up there. A little wasteful from the defender. Donnelly. McCart. Donnelly's just gone down there. Wonder has had a bit of cramp. He's trying to get himself back up, but he's by no means fit at the moment. Keelan Donnelly. And the keeper can take any steam out of Albania's attack there as Donnelly goes back down. Northern Ireland are forced to put the ball out of play. And the other player that's going to come on for Northern Ireland is Rio Udney Morgan. Andy Waterworth giving instructions to them as the trio wait in the wings. Last minute expectations and advice offered by an Irish League veteran. Albania reminded to return the ball, which they've done. Northern Ireland will hold on for the moment before they make that trio of changes. McConville. Kellyman challenged, and space will be there for Albania to break away. They've man down off the ball. Zizou not too worried about his international teammate there as he pings it wide, and they try to play on. Albania continue to try and attack here, and Donnelly got a touch on the ball as Albania get the corner. Well, they've a couple of players down, in fact, because Teresa was down, he's up, and Kalechi is now being looked at as well. So as this happens, Northern Ireland make the changes. Look at Doherty coming on for Shea Brennan. Lamavati lad rubbing his hands at the chance to get on for these final 15 minutes. Maura McCart will head off for Brendan Hamilton to get some valuable minutes, the youngest player in Northern Ireland's panel. And Udney Morgan is on for Jack Patterson. Ipswich Town youngster just keen to get on there, but had to wait for the player he was replacing to make way. Change is done. Northern Ireland on defensive duty as Albania seek more success from a set piece, and the header coming in from Adi Kurti, capably held on to by Charles, who puts that one long. Donnelly controlling it and finding Brown. McAleese. Kellyman standing up to the tackle. Strapping centre half, Adi Kurti, have to say. Under-17s football, but certainly wouldn't look out of place in the man's game. Brown. Donnelly just trying to get the squeeze on, get the ball back for Northern Ireland. He's determined, but he's arrived a little late. And Scardy Zizou, I don't doubt was caught, but just took a little moment before realising the extent of his pain, it would appear. Well, the referee went over, had a look, and will leave him be. Don't think he's too fussed, the Swiss official, as Kalechi comes back on. I think when he took a little bang to the mouth, there was a bit of blood to be cleared away there, so that's been done. Everyone back on their feet. Wasn't really much to write home about there at all. Casa. Oh, Donnelly won the ball. The referee has seen something different to the rest of us there. Free kick awarded. Well, it's had a pretty straightforward game otherwise. The official hasn't put a foot wrong, but certainly differing views on that one could be seen between players and the referee. Zizou just belted that in with power, more than direction. Northern Ireland, a couple of their subs combining as Udney Morgan's clearance found Doherty, and now they look for the diagonal. Brown couldn't get there. Zizou has it, and Kellyman can poke it away from him. And I'm not really sure why the midfielder has hit the deck here. and well, he's at the side of the pitch, so one would imagine he could be moved on to the line should it be required. The referee just making sure that Albania are aware that time will be added on for these sort of stoppages. This won't assist the cause. Maybe he did pick up a knock and maybe he has tried to soldier on, but it certainly looked innocuous. Still, Italy lead 2-0 in the other game in this group against Scotland, which would mean Italy will finish first, Scotland second, Albania third, and Northern Ireland fourth. Well, they've called for the stretcher. And I'm sure you can read my mind. The I told you so's are there. I didn't think they would need the stretcher somehow. Always good to see players looked after, but we don't really like to see any sort of play acting. Jari, Hamilton getting his head to that, and Northern Ireland keep the ball. They just maybe need to get turned on it and get a little faster. Can they up the ante here? Hamilton over the head of Kellyman. Casa and Brown doing battle on that side, and Casa kicking out at Brown after he lost out, just catching the heels of him there, and it's just a free kick, says the referee, but well, that's an attacker's challenge really. Hamilton, Whitney Morgan trying to bring it under his spell, wasn't able to there. Hamilton back battling and winning the ball. 9 minutes left. Northern Ireland's goal scorer Boyd sliding in, and Albania are going to make another change in a moment. Can see them readying two more subs. Here's Silla is coming on. Lerio Tressa will make way, and the other substitution sees Flavio Suleimani introduced, and Samuel Casa will be the player coming off. Suleimani standing there, the number 9, another of the ex-Inter Milan contingent, now playing his football at Perugia. He's had a very good start to the season. 3 goals in 3 games is what earned him his call-up. He's also played some under-19s football in Italy as well. Has made no secret since his call-up that his ambition is to be a star of the senior setup someday. Confident player that speaks his mind and certainly does well on the football pitch. Beautiful bit of play by Brown. McAleese will know he could have done better there. Radar a little wonky with that pass. Suleimani, Silla, striking down and through the keeper. Charles can chuck it out and get Northern Ireland bodies forward again. Hamilton, McAleese took it in his stride. Doherty, it's a great ball in, Kellyman's there, and Northern Ireland have their equaliser. That is a brilliant team goal. And Amari Kellyman, not for the first time, in these qualifiers, comes up with the goods for Northern Ireland. It's a peach of a ball in, isn't it? McAleese initially taking it in his stride, rolling it on for Doherty. Bang on the money with the cross. Kellyman's there, and he sticks the header where the keeper can't reach it. Albania 2, Northern Ireland 2. And I said it earlier on, Northern Ireland, a team who have been hurt by late goals coming into this game. Could this be the game where a late goal benefits them? 6 minutes to go. Game on. Hamilton took a bit of a wicked deflection in that, but Hajari able to steady himself and looking into the middle where he was looking for Silla. Donnelly. Brown. He's really impressed me today, I have to say. Brown. Hamilton. McAleese. Now playing with the tails up a bit. Lovely play by Bobby Jack McAleese and Brown. Well, he hasn't done too many things wrong. I think he can be forgiven there. Couldn't wrap his boot around it. Just moving back a little cautiously. I wonder, was he coming into this game with a knock? He was a first half substitute. One to keep an eye on, maybe. Donnelly was up and challenging, beaten to it there. Quickly picks himself back up and holds off the tackle behind him. Well, he's got fantastic balance, Donnelly. He was being nibbled at, but Northern Ireland now pursuing what a little while ago would have felt like an unlikely winner in an otherwise frustrating afternoon. Twice behind, twice level. Kellyman was pushed and the referee didn't really feel like there was enough in it. Brown. Boyd got the control. The keeper's coming out and the keeper can bail out the defence. Well, make no mistake about it, plenty of quality out there from Albania. It wasn't as if they went for a weekend setup or anything like that. Players that play their football in Italy and Greece play full-time football, which Northern Ireland don't have a lot of. But one of the players that does play across the water from Northern Ireland taking a whack for his troubles there. And, well, a couple of players maybe getting a little over-exercised, but within their ranks were able to quickly move on again. Shifting sentiments in differing dugouts now, because Reverend Balku thought that Najari's strike was going to be their winning goal. It was just a matter of holding on and sitting tight. But the player down getting treatment. Kellyman has brought Northern Ireland back into this, and now has Jared Little and co believing again. Totoshi is barking out instructions. He wants that wall to do its job. Hamilton. Oh, it's taken a touch. That could have gone anywhere. And Kalechi is mightily relieved that it's gone out for a corner. And that's how quickly things can change in football. Dangling a leg can be a perilous thing. Donnelly's ball in, well headed, and it was Kalechi that got down low to steer it away. Kellyman, still Omari Kellyman, he's going for it. Took a nick on its travels, took the sting out of the shot. And Totoshi can put it long. Brown stepping in and kicking into the sky. Zizou rolling it back, knew where Fikai was. McAleese. Kellyman was waiting for the pass. It was a pass he didn't receive, but he was able to stop it coming back up the line. Donnelly. Saw Suleimani step across. I think he thought twice about going full-blooded into that. Northern Ireland have the throw into the final minute of normal time. Kellyman. Brown. Boyd will have to get his skates on here. Totoshi, don't think he needs to come for that. And now he needs to get back into his goal. One of those ones where a rush of blood to the head can quickly lead to problems. Fourth official getting the board ready. We'll learn what additional time we have in just a moment. McAleese did the hard work and then I think just ran out of steam. Some tiredness starting to show. Suleimani. Right idea from him. Rodney Morgan. There will be 6 minutes. Big 6 minutes at the Oval. Will there be a winner yet? Kellyman. That might just run out of play. Not for the want of trying there from the provider of Northern Ireland's second goal, Doherty. Italy will finish the day as group leaders and group winners. They are now 3-0 up against Scotland. So of the group, Northern Ireland producing the best result against the Italians, but nobody could stop them, claiming victory in each occasion. Rodney Morgan had that one just poked away from him by Zizou. Albania aren't out of the equation yet. Honours even, but as much as Northern Ireland are pressing for a win, it's not out of the grasp of Albania. Kalechi, good ball in. McCluskey stood tall and got the header. Rodney Morgan. Well, I think he thought he should have got the free kick a bit sooner. And eventually when the referee did give the whistle, Albania did their level best to make sure Northern Ireland couldn't go anywhere with it. Well, there was an opportunity there actually to look to Hamilton, but Charles didn't want to rush that either. McCluskey back to his keeper. Up over the halfway line it goes. Off the back of Kellyman, and Brown will just force it forwards at this stage. Boyd putting pressure on the back line. Kellyman. Well, I think Kellyman sort of formed a back there, which can be penalised, but he's got in behind here. Boyd's flick finds Kellyman. Good tackle on him, and Boyd letting fly. Couldn't keep his effort down. Certainly worth a crack. And it was a lovely little deft touch initially from Boyd that set it up. There was nothing wrong with the tackle on Kellyman. And with a slight sight on goal, he backed himself. Boyd having already scored once this afternoon. Convo. McCluskey and Suleimani stepping into his path. And no questioning the decision of the officials there. Half of the additional 6 minutes have been played. Leon Boyd is just trying to get the ball back in the right place, and I don't really know why the assistant official isn't standing in line with the free kick, which would have made that a lot clearer for the referee. But there we go. Deep into the box it goes. Albania are out of their dugout wanting a penalty, and the referee feels that Suleimani was waiting for contact and waiting to go down, and has waved his finger to the forward. Brown. Whitney Morgan's made a very good run here, and he has Boyd in the centre. Doherty's in there as well. He's got the... Wow. Thought he might have got the corner. In the end, he's got the ire of Ireland's Curty. Paddy Curty, rather, that was standing his ground against him, shall we say. Flick on here. Northern Ireland feeling good about themselves, but that can quickly disappear. Suleimani looking deep into the area. Rucci, well, he hadn't given up, but that was difficult for him. The officials being kept busy by the competitive spirit of both sets of players. Jari nodded on. Giju's got the run here, and across comes McCluskey to intervene. He played almost all of the additional time. 30 seconds or so remain. Charles watches, gathers, and he'll go long now, won't he? Boyd is still running. I don't know where he finds the energy. Almost exhausting just watching him. Curty had his hands on Boyd there, and in the end the keeper, I think, wasn't very happy with his captain and just went safety first. This will be the last chance of the game if they are to make anything of it. They won't have a chance to. Well, an exciting match at the Oval finishes with honours even, a point apiece. Northern Ireland twice coming from behind for a share of the spoils against the determined, hungry Albania side, who showed plenty of quality throughout and made this quite the encounter in East Belfast. The full-time score, Albania 2, Northern Ireland 2. And we can do a recap now of some of the key points from this game. And these are the goals, and Albania went ahead in the first half through Orsi Ageja. His header catching Northern Ireland's defence out to give them the lead at the break. Leon Boyd lashing in the rebound after his first attempt was blocked. Brought the Group 12 hosts back into the game, but they were to fall behind again. A header back from Straza, keeping play alive, and a really good finish from Hajari of New York City FC's academy. Again, gave Albania the lead, but Northern Ireland were to score last, and that was to be the final goal of the game. Omari Kellyman's run and a very good header after Doherty's delivery, making it 2-2, and that is why the league table looks like this at the close of play at the end of match day 3 here in Group 12. Northern Ireland finishing third behind Italy and Scotland, who qualified. Italy with their win over Scotland confirming that they are the group winners. Thank you very much for your company today, and indeed throughout the last 3 games it has been highly dramatic, plenty of goals along the way, and Northern Ireland proving today, as Northern Ireland tend to do, that it ain't over until it's over. Jared Little has his first points on the board with the Under-17s, and it is 2-2 at full time. Thank you for joining us, and we'll speak to you again very soon. Bye bye.
So after the Ahead of the Game programme, a few of us got together and we set up a mental health team. During our committee meetings we talk about what we can do to improve the mental well-being of our community, so that's our footballers, our coaches, our supporters and anybody else that's involved with Arts Rangers. Talking about their mental health and breaking that stigma so that they're not ashamed to talk about mental health and they're not worried about talking about mental health, because this is a safe environment and we have people here that are ready to support them.
We all participated in the Ahead of the Game with the FA, and I think that really opened everybody's eyes to just what we could do and what we could achieve. And it really sort of grew from just a quick conversation sitting in the corner to how do we move this forward and how do we actually make it beneficial to the whole club.
Sports Championship UK, along with Ahead of the Game, have linked into local football. I've met up with some of the guys just to have a chat with them. Some people going through maybe difficult circumstances, just being there available to listen, to be an ear, but also where appropriate to bring that spiritual aspect and to meet the spiritual needs in people as well along with that.
You know, I think it's very important for a club to have a mental health committee. I'd be a senior player in the club, and definitely it's helped me realise, you know, like I can look out for my teammates. I see them Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays, and I can notice different traits within. You know, if someone's having a bad day, I'm able to notice, you know, they're maybe not themselves. You know, I can ask just quietly or to the side, you know, just to make sure everything's okay.
We promote positive mental health at Arts Rangers by being open and honest about it and encouraging people to talk about their mental health. We have signs all around the club which remind people that this is a safe environment. You only have to ask. We have support here. We have people that are willing to talk.
It's just having, I suppose, lots of different aspects where I can be available to listen predominantly, and then maybe to pass on if they need other support.
Speaking personally, it opened my eyes. I've been involved in youth football for a lot of years and never really given mental health of the kids any thought at all. You know, you see sort of kids have bad days and kids have go into bad moods and maybe get in a bit of trouble, but you just think that's them being kids. And it's really when you do the Head of the Game, you sort of maybe look a wee bit deeper and see them. They may be having problems in school, they may be having problems at home, maybe problems with bullying. You're not just there to teach them how to play football, you're there to teach them how to be sort of young adults and how to grow, and a lot of that can be just standing and listening to their problems and helping them with things that are maybe outside of football. And I think the Head of the Game has really helped us do that.
I think the course has been absolutely phenomenal in the sense that it does what it says in the tin. It starts the conversation around mental health and emotional well-being. You see the visibility around mental health and emotional well-being, and you know it's a safe environment to walk into. You know it's a club that's open to have the conversation. They set up a well-being committee, they adopted a mental health policy, they fully implemented the toolkit. They've actually took the toolkit and made it about Arts Rangers to communicate to their followers and their fans on Facebook and social media. They really have embraced it.
Reach out to the IFA, to Tammy, there's loads of resources out there, and just to see where they can get started.
The club is just going from strength to strength, and I think that's a lot to do with the Head of the Game campaign.
The academy is allowing young players to try and develop in preparation for them get a professional career, giving them a fantastic grounding here at Jordanstown. You know, they can see it as a pathway from 17s to 19s to the 21s, all the way up to senior level, and hopefully in a few years' time we'll see these players grow and develop within the IFA structure and be gracing Windsor Park National Stadium in a few years to come. The ability to make sure that you're one of those top players with a top attitude, because that's what's going to get you to the top.
Just to see him train every day, just bang at it every day, home from school and just straight at it every day is brilliant. The facilities are brilliant, all the coaches are brilliant with all the boys, and everyone's settled in well. It's just it's a good vibe around the place now, so yeah, it's good.
Yeah, we're here in the Pat Jennings Lounge in the National Football Stadium this morning, celebrating 30 clubs for 30 years. McDonald's are continuing to give back to our local clubs. They're in Northern Ireland now for 30 years, and they've been a great partner for the Irish FA and for local football throughout that time, and they're celebrating that by giving even more back to local football.
It's great to see them here today to celebrate and congratulate the 30 clubs and for the 30 years, and they're all away with their McDonald's kit that they can take back to their clubs, get the kids back out, after which has been a terrible 20 months for everyone.
These awards bring it home to just what their input has been out around the country for the last 30 years. And I mean, I don't think that many players at whatever level have managed to get to, whether it's the Irish League, the international team, that there's not many of those kids. There wouldn't be any of them that hasn't benefited from grassroots football and the input of these coaches that work in grassroots football around the country.
This is our 30th anniversary, our birthday, and it's 30 clubs for 30 years. McDonald's has created over 3,000 jobs with our restaurant estate, and not just that, but also our community and our involvement with charities, and none more so than our fun football programme with the Irish Football Association.